In this video I am going to describe the kidney. The definition: it is a pair excretory organs situated on the posterior abdominal wall, and their function is they remove the waste product of the metabolites and excess of the water, and it also remove the salts from the blood, and it maintains the pH. Now location: so both the kidney are located on the left hypochondriac, epigastric, umbilical and lumbar region. The right kidney, the right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney because of the presence of the liver here. Transpyloric plane passes at the hilum of both the kidney, but because of the right kidney is slightly lower than the left, the transpyloric plane passes from the upper part of the hilum of the right kidney and the lower part of the hilum of the left kidney. The left kidney, it is slightly nearer to the median plane than the right kidney. The shape of the kidney is bean shape, and it is around 11 centimeter long, 6 centimeter breadth and around 3 centimeter thick. It is around 150 gram weight in male and 135 gram in female, reddish brown in color. The axis of the kidney, both the kidney, it is directed downward and towards the left. So the upper end, which is also known as the upper pole of both the kidneys, lies nearer to each other than the lower pole. Now the features. So kidney, it has two poles, upper and lower pole. Upper pole is broader and related with the suprarenal gland, and this is the lower pole, which is mostly pointed. Anterior surface, two surfaces. This one is the anterior surface, which is irregular, and the posterior surface, which is almost flat. This is the posterior surface. It having two borders. This one is the medial border. It is concave and related with the hilum of the kidney, structures present at the hilum of the kidney, and this is the lateral border, which is convex. So at the medial border, the hilum is present, and structures present at the hilum of the kidney are, from anterior to posterior, are renal vein, renal artery and renal pelvis. The renal pelvis is upper dilated or expanded part of the ureter. So this is the renal pelvis, and it continue below from the lower pole. It is known as the ureter. So if you want to identify the side of the kidney, you should see the structures present at the hilum. From anterior to posterior, there should be renal vein, then behind it renal artery, and just behind it renal pelvis. Then you can locate the direction of the renal pelvis. It should be directed downward. The ureter should be directed downward. So this will be this one is the right kidney and this one is the left kidney. So you can determine the side of the kidney by the presence of the structures at the hilum, from anterior to posterior, vein, artery, then ureter, and you should see the direction of the ureter to identify the poles of the kidney. It should be directed downward, so this becomes the lower pole. Now the relation. Let us see the common relation first. So both the kidney, it is commonly related at the upper pole with the suprarenal gland, and medial border, it is related with the hilum. Structures of the hilum, which we already discussed, and on the medial border again, in upper part, it is related with the suprarenal gland. So these are the common relation. Now let us see the anterior relation of both the kidney one by one. The anterior elevation of the both the kidney are different for the right and left. So first of all, the right kidney. Right kidney anteriorly, this area, it is the suprarenal area. It is related with the right suprarenal gland. Just below it, this is the hepatic area related with the liver. Then below it, it is related with the colon, hepatic flexure of the colon. So this is the colic area, and below it is related with the jejunum. So above downward, suprarenal gland, liver, then hepatic flexure of the colon and jejunum. And on the medial border, it is related with the second part of the duodenum. Out of this, the hepatic area and the intestinal area, they are covered by the peritoneum. Now relation of the left kidney, anterior relation of the left kidney. So anteriorly, this area of the upper pole, it is related with the suprarenal gland. On the left side, this area, this portion related with the spleen, splenic area. This triangular area between the suprarenal and the splenic, this is the related with the gastric area, which means it is related with the stomach. Below it, pancreas and the splenic vessels. So this area become pancreatic area. Below it, related with the jejunum on the medial side and splenic flexure of the colon on the lateral side. So suprarenal gland, then stomach, on the lateral side spleen, then pancreas and splenic vessels, on the medial side jejunum, and here the splenic flexure of the colon. Out of this, the gastric, splenic and the jejunal, this area are covered by the peritoneum. Now the posterior relation. Posteriorly, kidneys relation are same on the both the side. This is the right, this is the left. So posteriorly it is related, both the kidneys related with the diaphragm above here, then medial and lateral arcuate ligament on the both the side. Then both the kidney from medial to lateral related with the three muscle, most medially psoas major, then quadratus lumborum, and then related with the transverse abdominis. And anterior to it, it is related with the three nerves like this, medial to lateral. Upper first of all, this one is the subcostal, then iliohypogastric, and then ilioinguinal. So posterior relation are same: diaphragm, medial lateral arcuate ligament, then three muscles, psoas major, quadratus lumborum and transversus abdominis, and three nerves: subcostal, then iliohypogastric and ilioinguinal nerves. Right kidney, it is slightly lower than the left. We are discussing the posterior relation. This one is the right, this one is the left. So right kidney slightly lower than the left because of the liver. So posterior relation has only one change, is that the left kidney, it is related with the 11th and 12th rib, whereas the right kidney related with the 12th rib only. So this is about external features. Now let us see the interior of the kidney. So the interior of the kidney having a cortex and the medulla, and the outer cortex is reddish brown in color, this one, and the inner medulla, it is pale in color. This is the cortex, this is the medulla formed by the 10 to 12 pyramids. Pyramid are conical structures, apex directed medially. At the apex, there is an opening of the renal papilla which opens into the minor calyces. This is the cortex formed by the cortical arches which is the cap-like structure present over the renal pyramid, and the columns, renal columns, which is present between these two pyramids. Now lobe of the kidney, it includes the pyramid as well as cortical arches. It is known as the lobe of the kidney. The renal sinus, it is a space which extends from the hilum. It contains the structures of the hilum. So this is the fat, it is present over the hilum, it is known as the renal sinus. Yes, this fat. And this is the renal pelvis. Renal pelvis divide into the major calyces. It divide into the minor calyces. These are the minor calyces, and minor calyces open into the renal papilla at the apex of the pyramid. So this is the interior of the kidney. Thank you.